coached by Mick Pickford, retiring this year after many years in charge of the fortunes of that school. And the official also celebrating his 25th anniversary of this year is Arlo Flagey of Waverly. So we'll see one of the institutions, you might say, in officiating in this state as well. That's at the AAA level. Might say that now there's only a 5-point difference between West Lyon of Inwood and New Hampton. It's the 6-point difference, 86-80. In the light uniform, in the orange, that's Zach Geary of Cedar Falls. Lost only to Ike White this year, and Victor Martinez of Fort Madison is in the dark.
Well, Victor Martinez is an unorthodox wrestler and can be dangerous from anywhere, but Zach Geary, he's tough. He keeps coming at you. He's a spark plug. He likes to lead the team. He feels that he's a spark plug for Cedar Falls, and the other wrestlers look to him for their motivation.
Martinez is a junior. Geary's a senior. At the 1A class, two good ones. Brad Canoyer of CMO Oakland and Mark Schultz of Rock Valley. No losses between them this year. No losses at all. 2A, it's Will Smith of Manly against Mark Brandenburg of Emmetsburg. We'll keep track of those as we go. And our main mat here, we start out with Geary. He's the one in on the leg, but this is a scramble. Geary wants to turn around, he does. 2 points for Geary.
Now, here's a good example. If Geary can take position away from Martinez, it'll be a tough match for Martinez. But if Martinez can get his hips underneath him and explode out of there, he can make this a very interesting match. He's never been a qualifier, never been at the state tournament before, so Martinez from Fort Madison comes into the state tournament for the first time and ends up in the finals. Geary, two-time third-place winner, third at 103 in 1991 and third at 119 last year. Here we come out of the scramble, and finally Geary comes around, tacks those hips, drops back on him for 2 points.
With Tim Johnson, I'm Doug Brown. We're live from Veterans Auditorium in Des Moines for the High School Wrestling Championships. And it's now 2-1 as Martinez comes out. Martinez escape.
That was a very nice escape. He got his hips underneath him. He had good hand control. He's got good balance. You can tell that. So that was a good 1 point because Geary didn't just let him up.
And he continues to attack.
Look at, he tries to turn the corner, come around. We talked about Mick Pickford being a long-time Fort Madison coach, 34 years to be exact. He's been all 34 years at the same school in Fort Madison. He's made an impact in Southeast Iowa. Just like we talked earlier, Willard Howell, they said Southwest, but he's from Southeast Iowa also in Wapello. And Mick Pickford is the one that's really, there he is. He's Hall of Famer. He has motivated so many wrestlers to go on in wrestling. His son coaches. He's just a great person, and he's been a great person for wrestling, and they're going to miss him.
Freestyle as well as
he's run the Iowa Wrestling Federation for years. He is the Iowa Wrestling Federation, and we've been right up there in the top of the nation because of Mick Pickford.
His son Pat is now at
Bettendorf.
Bettendorf.
Right. His other two sons coach also in Illinois.
This is Zach Geary in the light uniform, but here comes Martinez.
They didn't quite get it.
He's out. Back where he was before. It's 2-1 in favor of Geary.
One red.
We're in the second period, that 2-2 after the escape. 2 escapes for Martinez. Geary has the only takedown on a single leg in the first period. Geary with a wide stance. Arlo Flagey.
Let's get her going. Move in.
Hear him doing a little pushing there, a little cheerleading, a little exhorting.
Martinez doing a nice job staying right in here against a very solid Zach Geary. He's tough kid.
Geary gets that headlock, front headlock, and then tries to get the trip, but Martinez stays right in. Now Geary's under the arms, in behind, and he scores.
Possible pin in 2A. That's Will Smith being pinned by Mark Brandenburg, but coming out now. In fact, he's coming out for probably 1 point. He does. And so that Brandenburg had Smith in trouble there, but Smith from Manly is able to come out.
Brandenburg leads 6-1 in that match, by the way. Here we go back to AAA again between Victor Martinez In the dark uniform, we just got swatted back to the ground again by Zach Geary, who leads 4-2. We have a half a minute to go in the second period.
Gene Doyle, the coach at Cedar Falls, doing such a fine job there with a lot of his assistants there that help the program. They have really established a power in Cedar Falls, missing the state champion last year by 1 point, and now back taking the championship.
Geary put Martinez back to the mat, near fall position for less than 5 seconds, more than 2 seconds. He got 2 points out of that at 6-4 and 6-2. And now Geary is going to work with the...
Oh, no, here comes Martinez out.
3-6, 6-3.
Snakes out there a little bit.
At the end, the very end of the period.
Those are important
Green,
points.
your choice. Green takes down.
Here are the team standings in 3A, by the way. Cedar Falls is wrapping it up here. They have managed to do it. We'll have it for you in just a second. There it is. You see the bottom 3 there. Lewis Central has moved up into 3rd place. They were 5th when we started tonight. Geary leads 6-3. Now...
That was a great little knee tap right
7-3.
there. 7-3. Comes around for the takedown. Very well executed by Zach Geary. Knee tapping around. And here comes Martinez. Again, like I said, he's dangerous. We've seen him. He can throw. But I'll tell you what, it'll be something if he can break through this solid basic foundation of Zach Geary, who just keeps coming at you. Talked about Cedar Falls powerhouse. It's great to see Mick Pickford go out with one of his finest years there. Fort Madison in 5th place. They finished 3rd in 1980, but this is one of his very good teams. It's been a great year for him, and I'm glad to see it be such a nice last year for Mick.
2-on-1 tie-up by Victor Martinez as a setup.
Nice.
Geary ducks in there quick for on the legs.
Set it up nice. Drop down, lowered his level, attacked the hips, and just came around for the 2 points at Zach Geary. With only 45 seconds left in the match.
Takedown, the 3rd takedown by Geary. He also has a 2-point near fall and an escape, and leads 9-3. With only a half a minute to go here at 125 pounds.
Rest one.
There's one for Martinez. Escape.
Geary also on the Iowa Wrestling Federation's team. There's a takedown. It's just straight, go ahead, attack the double, knock him down. That was good. But anyway, Zach Geary was on the Junior National Greco team and freestyle team, and he was a state Greco-Roman champion.
Takes the leg. He has 15 seconds. He could just stay in there if he wanted to. He leads by 5 on his way to a state title for Cedar Falls.
Hold up. Let's go. Hold
The referee Arlo Flagey says that's not going anywhere. We're going to have a stalemate. Bring him back to the feet. 9-4. Geary in the light uniform. Geary got called immediately for stalling, and there was no doubt about it. He was on his bicycle. And he's happy.
That's the first of 3 Cedar Falls wrestlers yet tonight. Zach Geary, the champion at 125, making Coach Gene Doyle very happy.
Coach, right here. We got to get the hands up. Okay.
And Geary is the winner. You aren't going to see much hair on the heads of the Cedar Falls wrestlers. They did a lot of head shaving this week. Let's go to 1A where they're still wrestling, and this is Brad Canoyer against Mark Schultz. Now the score here is 5-4 in favor of Schultz of Rock Valley. Neither of these men has lost. Rock Valley's Schultz is in the green leg bands, and Brad Canoyer with the yellow down the side. 40-0 from CMO Oakland. We have a minute to go in the 3rd period, and this one has not been decided. It's 5-4. Canoyer last year was in a different division. He was in 2A instead of 1A.
And of course, Mark Schultz, he's been here a lot. He's been here 4 times. He's placed 4th. He was a champion last year. And
he's won 69 straight.
He knows what it's like to win. And just like Canoyer, he's been here 4 years straight.
By the way, Mark Brandenburg at 2A of Emmetsburg beat Will Smith 7-5. We'll have a report on that later at 2A. This is the only match still going at 125 pounds. 1A, Brad Canoyer against Mark Schultz.
In this match, we have 75 wins and no losses between these two. 40-0 for Brad Canoyer, 35-0 for Mark Schultz. His career record, 132 wins and only 3 losses.
In comes Canoyer. He's trailing by a point. Fought off by Schultz's hard whizzer with 10 seconds to go in the match. 5-4. 10 seconds to go, and somebody here is going to lose for the first time this year. Canoyer last year was number 4 at 135 pounds at the 2A division. And again, the winner is Mark Schultz. Schultz is the winner.
Feels so good, and it feels so bad, you know.
Oh, yeah. For every winner, there's a loser, but in the long run. Let's go to the awards now for 119 pounds.
6th place, Charlie Beach, LeGrand, East Marshall. 5th place, Colby Yoder, Belmont Clemmy. 4th place, Don Even, Wapsie Valley, Fairbanks. 3rd place, Tony Milkoff, Cedar Rapids, LaSalle. Runner-up, Brad Canoyer, Carson, Macedonia. And the 1A 125-pound champion from Rock Valley, Mark Schultz.
Attaboy, Mark. $33-0. 34-0 this year, actually.
Presenting the Class 2A 125-pound awards, Coach Clint Young of Emmitsburg. 6th place, Aaron Tony Johnston. 5th place, Brian Sell, Glenwood. 4th place, Ben Shane, Iowa Falls. 3rd place, Danny Stevens, Centerville. Runner-up, Will Smith, Manly North Central, North K. And the 125-pound 2A champion from Emmitsburg, Mark Brandenburg.
Mark Brandenburg, champion from Emmitsburg. Not the first from that school, and I'm sure not the last. Coached by Clint Young. Mark Brandenburg beats Smith 7-5. Now up on the stand come the 6th place winners at AAA at 125.
Presenting the Class 3A 125-pound awards, Coach Gene Doyle of Cedar Falls. 6th place, Wade Odland, Webster City. 5th place, Matt Young, Indianola. 4th place, Scott Bailey, Clinton. 3rd place, Jay Dickey, Waterloo West. Runner-up, Victor Martinez, Fort Madison. And the 3A 125-pound champion from Cedar Falls, Zach Geary.
Zach Geary from the team that's locked up the 3A